You mentioned what wouldn't happen if it's designated, but what will happen if you designate as a critical habitat? How will it affect the landowners and the rest? And it has to have an effect, or there'd be no point in your doing it.
Yes, and the intention of critical habitat is for federal agencies to go that extra mile in conservation. So it's not going to affect you if you don't have to have a federal permit for your action, or if you're not receiving federal dollars for a federal program. So critical habitat won't affect what you do unless you have those two things, or one of those two things.
What requires a federal permit? What kind of activity would require a federal permit?
Well, for instance, just for instance, if you were doing some dredge or fill work in the river, you'd have to have a Corps of Engineers dredge and fill 404 permit, or Section 10 Rivers and Harbors Act permit. That would kick in Section 7 consultation for them, because during the permit action, they have to evaluate your project, and part of that, there's many things that they have to do in that, but one of the things is they have to look into their endangered species issues.
What if they're doing something on your property that wasn't directly related to the river or the stream?
Then there would be no impact. Can y'all hear me okay? I'm talking to the. Yeah, I've got two mics here, so you might hear me in stereo. So as Jim, I think it was Jim mentioned earlier, that the vast majority of projects that we review in the Fish and Wildlife Service and through Jim's office result in, it's not an impact to the species. So if it was something that was away from the stream, that didn't impact the stream or mussels, and it's not, even if it's a federal action that has no bearing on the landowner. Now, if it was something that did, say it was placement of a dam or something like that that could impact the mussels, well, then that's something a little bit different. We'll often work with the action agency to minimize the impacts of that action while still allowing the project to proceed.